Now, as we get ready tomorrow to start the ACC season, with all respect to Stanford, who has already played a game at Hawaii, I wonder if there's somebody we can dig into this with. The commissioner of the Atlantic Coast Conference, Jim Phillips, about to embark on, if I am not mistaken, at least a 5-city, 5-day tour to start the football season. Are we doing Raleigh, Boulder, Death Valley, Miami, Chapel Hill? Is that the itinerary?
It's a little grander even than that, Adam. I'll head to Durham and Raleigh tomorrow. Head to Wake Forest on Friday, and then Saturday's Atlanta, Tallahassee, and Clemson. I'll get to church on Sunday morning, and then back to Atlanta and Miami. And then Monday I'll finish in Chapel Hill. So this is the best time of the year. We're done with all the posturing over the summer, and now it's time to play games. And I'm really excited about ACC football as we head into the 2025 season.
Is anybody filming this? Do we have a documentary crew following you? Because seriously, you could have ice cream in every city. You could play one hole of golf in every city. You could do something like this.
No, there's nobody filming this. This will be the commissioner getting a chance to really go out and get on our campuses, see our student athletes, see our coaches, talk to the fans whenever that's possible, and really understand what we're doing and why a conference like the ACC matters. It's playing as good of a opening weekend as anybody in the country when you think about just the opponents. We have 26 games, Adam, against Power 5 opponents, as well as Notre Dame. And, it just is how we've scheduled in the non-conference. So this will give us a really good idea as we start the league. It's not the end-all, be-all, as you know, with the college football playoff expansion. You can lose a game and even two and still absolutely be in the hunt. Last year, we were one of only 3 conferences that had multiple teams in the CFP, and both of our teams, had more than one loss. So you don't shy away from these weekends. You really look towards them. I know that the fans are very excited about it. I'm excited about it, and it should be a really good weekend for ACC football.
Jim Phillips, ACC Commissioner, is joining us here in the Adam Gold Show. We start here tomorrow night in Raleigh, East Carolina, and NC State. We have a discrepancy in the number of Power 4 non-conference games, but I'm going to circle back to that at the end, and it's a discrepancy that would work out in your favor. It's like the Monopoly card that you get, bank error in your favor, get $150. That never happens. But I want to talk to you about opening weekend, because if you look at the landscape nationally, with only one exception, Texas and Ohio State, every really attractive opening matchup involves at least one ACC team. Basically, the league is going to be on display. So how much does that ratchet up expectations, the necessity to stockpile a bunch of wins this weekend?
Well, that's the whole idea. And this has been a strategic initiative for us to use that opening weekend, the Labor Day weekend before the NFL starts, and those that love football, whether it's college or pro, are really tuned in to the opening week of games. And as you articulated so well, the opponents and where we're playing and who we're playing really matter. So the eyeballs will be on the ACC this weekend. And what you really hope for is that you get off to a good start, that you win several of these games. You're not going to win them all, likely. But you win as many as you can, and that kind of sets the narrative. But I feel like the league is as strong as it's been in my 5 years. I really do. Now, time will tell, and we'll see how the season goes. But, we're coming off a year where we had 13 of 17 football-playing schools in the ACC that were bowl eligible. And we had a really, really good regular season. We did not play nearly as well in the bowl games, and that's something that we talked about in the offseason. But to your point, I think some of the narrative starts to come into play when you play these kinds of games. And so I feel like we have done exactly what I had hoped for on this strategy of playing a bunch of really good opponents and kind of setting the narrative for the rest of the year, that the ACC plays really good football. They play good conference football. But before we get to the conference, we play a heck of a good non-conference slate.
By the way, I figured out where the discrepancy was. It was the State Virginia non-conference game, which it's a Power 4 non-conference game. Whether or not I'm in favor of playing a conference opponent in a non-conference game doesn't even matter, but it's 28 Power 4 non-conference games. Most of those are against SEC schools and Notre Dame. So the debate now is 8 or 9 teams. Where does the ACC stand in playing 8 or 9 conference games? And I have a follow-up.
Sure. We've been talking about this off and on for the last 2 or 3 years. And up until this point, the schedule that we've talked about, like this upcoming weekend, has made a lot of sense for us, that we play 8 conference games, and then we're going to play 2 really good non-conference games, and then maybe 2 others that are really, slight, your favorite, and they end up being, games that teams can get healthy and play a lot of players and all that. That's the art of kind of football scheduling here in the ACC. Now that we have 3 of the Power 4 conferences that have gone to 9 games, we have to continue to assess and reassess whether you stay at 8 or you go to 9, because what you have now is one less a conference with one less non-conference game. And so what does the arsenal of opponents look like in the future? And I want to do this thoughtfully. I want to do this in a very strategic manner, just like we've gotten ourselves to this particular place. I want to talk to our athletic directors, talk to our coaches, and determine what is in the best interest of the ACC for not only the regular season, but everyone has circled on there that you want to win an ACC championship, and then you want to win a college football championship. So how does this influence the college football selection and getting in to the playoff at the end of the year? I think all of those things work together. But again, we're in a good place. It doesn't mean we have to make a decision this week or in the next few weeks, but we do need to declare whether we want to stay at 8 conference games and 2 really good Power 4 opponents, or go to a 9-game conference season with at least 1 Power 4 opponent. And again, getting together with our athletic directors really matters, and hearing some of their thoughts, and we'll continue that conversation later today as I have a call with the ADs coming up.
Yeah, I'll get to my last question very quickly here, but I'll just give you this as a point of fact. 12 ACC teams this year will play 10 Power 4 games. The same number of teams in the Big Ten, and they play 9 conference games. Same number. Each league will have 12 of their teams play 10 games against Power 4 opposition. I don't think you need to go to 9, not to mention the odd, and odd means one team will either play 8 or 10. So let me ask you this, because every time I hear Tony Petitti talk, and I'm not asking you to comment on this comment, I think he should win an Emmy for a comedy. The 28-team playoff. I laughed when I heard it, and then I realized, wait, he might be serious. So where do you stand on a playoff as large as that number?
I think I've been really clear, Adam, about access and fairness into the playoff, that teams should have to earn their way in, and it should matter about what your season is that year, not about what you've done in the past. I really appreciate all of the conversations we've had, and I think that's part of what the Power 4 commissioners and really all FBS commissioners in Notre Dame are trying to get at, is what is the best structure for college football playoff as we go forward. Now, we're coming off the most successful college football playoff that we ever have had, with 5 AQs for the 5 conference champions, as well as then the 7 teams that are the next best 7. I want us to continue to watch that and get another set of data points this year, what that looks like. I'm open to changes to the college football playoff, but the cornerstones, again, remain for the ACC: access and fairness in getting into. Nothing that's artificial and nothing that, again, hurts teams' opportunities to start the year at an even place and go race each other and compete against each other for those coveted 12 spots or 14 or 16, whatever the number ends up being. So we've made a lot of progress, I think, as it relates to the modernization of the college football and what the playoff should look like. At the end of the day, it ends up being access for young people that really want to go chase a championship, and I'll continue to be driven by those 2 points, access and fairness.
All right, I want to come down to the new offices. I have not seen the brand new office. I want to come down there, do a show, and then we can have ice cream.
Let's do it. Anytime you come, 620 Tryon, downtown or uptown Charlotte. Come on, and we'll have some fun for a morning or an afternoon.
Commissioner Jim Phillips, I thank you very much. Get to your next meeting.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it.